Dude, everybody, SpeedGaming 2. Welcome to A Link to the Past Randomizer Open League Round 2 here. I am Captain 1977, joined by Radical Sniper 99. Jesse, how you doing?
Doing great. Yeah, we've got the this is our power pendant matchup for this round between Amish and Taunt the Frog. And Dapper deciding to pick Invrosia for today.
Hooray!
Hooray, Invrosia! If you haven't played Invrosia or haven't seen it in a while, and I know this has been kind of one of the common power mode picks for this playoff so far, you start with a sword. It's inverted. The big keys are shuffled. Actually, is it full keys or is it just it's just big keys are shuffled?
It's just big keys, yeah.
Yeah. Except for one of the big keys, if I'm not mistaken. Or am I completely missing
That would
today?
be the GT big key, which is in GT at this mode. You are correct.
Yeah.
And much like Ambrosia, all bosses will have a non-dungeon item on him. So every dungeon is going to have one extra item with no big keys in the dungeon. So add one to each one, and if you find three items, like let's say in front of Eastern Palace, you know the fourth item will be on the boss.
So Eridan immediately starting at Sank or Dark Chapel. Dapper at least starting at Link's house to see if we can get anything out of there. Did not get any bombs, so he decided to just go and hightail it over to the Dark Chapel start as well. I like usually a possibility for maybe a tier 1 tree pool. With that sword, it makes it pretty easy, but not a terrible idea.
Yeah, you see Dapper is dropping into this Skull Woods here, farm a couple bombs, take a death, farm some more bombs, and
Well, and this is a good play. Is what you can get out of this is not just the bombs, which are nice, it's also the little magics. So you get 2 bombs, 2 little magics. You can very quickly get yourself to full bombs and full magic, or at least some variation of that.
rather pulling a compass out of the big key chest, and Dapper's headed through the front of Skull Woods here. See if we can find it. Well, there's the map. Okay, well, that's not really helpful, game.
So in terms of our 2 teams, Amish Paradise is the #1 seed over in the Pendant Conference, cruising to a 12-2 record in the regular season as part of the Tower of Hera division. Dapper in particular finishing with a 6-1 record, but I mean this whole team finished and had a great season up to this point. Really one of the dangerous crews to get this far. Taunt the Frog, on the other hand, 8-6 out of the Eastern Palace division. With Eridan finishing the season, or so far in the season, 5-3 during their first round of the playoffs. They faced off with the Pug Hunters in the wildcard round and were able to sweep what was definitely one of the tough teams throughout the season. So, you know, not a team to overlook based on what they did, especially with their first round playoffs, regardless of their regular season record being only 8-6.
There's our map check. We got a Pendant Swamp, Great Pendant Thieves Town. Red Crystals is Skull and Pod today. We take a look at High Cave as we try to figure out what's going on with Dapper's stream there. He was saying he was having trouble there. We got an early Master Sword, though. That's pretty nice. That's some money. Yeah, there's our first big key to Ice Palace. Oh, boy.
Yeah, Dapper was saying before the race got underway, he was having some weird frame drop issues. So we'll try to, hopefully everything will, come through, but we'll have to play it by ear a little bit.
So that 300 drop in High Cave is really nice because farming money in this is not the easy. Oh, there's 300 more off Stumpy, so okay, money's not going to be an issue here. Looks like. Normally, you see the arrow game being played here for just to hope to get some money. There's some flippers on Dig Game as well. So flippers opens up pod area now.
Yeah, not a whole lot of options besides that for the moment. Unfortunately, we could go into pod, and I gotta assume both Roar Runners going to feel relatively comfortable with trying to, mimic clip of some sort.
We're gonna go ahead and see what's in the village of Outcast here. We're gonna wait till we see on the right-hand side, apparently. So,
yeah, unfortunately, we saw Dapper approach the chest, and the fact that the chest was empty, just not what was pulled in between those two moments.
you said there was nothing in the chest? Wow.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
That one we do get to see being a piece of heart. I'll say it's interesting. Dapper's sound is very smooth. It's just unfortunately the picture is not.
Oh,
it was
no.
the fire rod.
Okay. 3-heart moth anyone? Yay. Alright, also that does give us some checks in Ice Palace as well, which is yeah.
So for the time being, we're gonna switch over to Eridan's audio. He's going with the vanilla audio today, so
Showing some nice knowledge of the bushes there that dropped the bombs as well. Try to keep the bomb count up. Chess game, we got even more money at the chess game, so yeah, money not an issue in this seed at all.
yeah. Usually we talk about, if you're an inverted player, one of the things you want to have in your back pocket for skill is the ability to play arrow game, and instead this seed has just said, "Don't worry, I got you." But yeah, as we said, today's the first day of round 2 of the playoffs, the divisional round, if you will, in a sense. So at this point, all the teams that are left, we're down to 16 teams total. If you're in at this point in the tournament or in the league, your goal as an open league team is to win 2 more series. You got to win 6 games across these next 2 rounds. Because what that'll do for you is it'll bring you into the Invitational next season.
Dapper Warman headed into Ice Palace. Think of that fire rod early there. I'm gonna do some checks over here.
Yeah, out of your 2 options, it looks like we did get an Ice Palace big key at some point. So, there are some available checks here. Can't blame them for wanting to make this play.
It looks like you're right. It might be taking the other fire lock dungeon here in Dark World. Headed up to Skull Woods, maybe.
I gotta say, if this is Eridan's play, that is a very dangerous call. Ballsy, courageous, or just some of the words I would use.
It's a bold play, Cotton. Let's see if it's going to pay off, though. Nope. I did see a small key in the first chest in Ice. Okay, unless you get hit by a red Bari. But
yeah, those
there wasn't
1 heart of damage, so.
Yeah, when you only got 3, that's like a third of your health.
Yeah. Not very comfy. And this is the scary thing about playing inverted. You know, people say, you know, what makes this mode so hard? It's the fact that because of Inversia, you get that ability where you get a fire rod. It's possible moths in logic. I think we've gotten 2 small keys so far. So it's really going to come down to, is this a small key? It's the hammer.
Okay, well, that's kind of unfortunate for Tupperware, man. He could have. Well, I mean, you can't really get more checks than nice with the hammer, but nice to have a little more firepower going into.
I mean, the scary part here is that you've got the ice big key, and we've gotten 1 small key. We're a small key away from a fully clearable ice palace, logically.
And a glove, but yeah.
Well, yeah. But yeah, that means I believe the last small key for Skull is going to be in the big chest. So technically Moth not in logic, but definitely not stopping Aridin here. He is going all out for this play.
Going in the Moth 3 hearts, got full magic.
Sword beams, be aggressive here. What you don't want to allow is the Moth to get off the attacks. That's the dangerous moment here. If you can keep Moth bouncing like this and not getting to fire off, there's less projectiles, less obstacles to worry about. Really a strong fight there from Aridin. Nice kill.
Very good kill there. And a hook shot!
So, I'm gonna guess that we're gonna get a Skull Big soon.
Don't have access to the mountain quite yet, so the hookshot key is not going to be in logic, but I'm going to see where it is. Looks like this might be a play over to Pyramid Pod area here for Radin.
That was just a compass out of Ice-T before Dapper calls it.
And yeah, you have a hammer. You can pound that.
Yeah, unfortunately, Aaron is not thinking about that one in the moment. Neither is Dapper, apparently.
Yeah, he's gonna get over here and be like, "Oops." And you, unless he picked up glove and ice, he picked up a glove and ice palace.
Glove and ice palace. Oh my god!
Right. Well,
unfortunately, our PowerPoint slideshow for Dapper is hiding the glove, hiding the big info for us.
Look at the pyramid item. There's just some bobs up there. Let's see what Catfish has for us today. Hopefully. There's our Moon Pearl.
Yep.
That's our Light World access.
So Dapper gonna need to make his way over to Skull Woods. Aridin gonna have to make his way into Ice Palace, but it looks like Aridin's gonna hit up Palace of Darkness, and I gotta assume Dapper is making a similar call here.
Kind of funny to see the other glove show up here at Pod or something.
I mean, what really helps Dapper here is any extra health is very likely to give him, you know, kind of that courage injection to go after the moth for hammer and hook.
£3. We're gonna see if Pod's gonna have anything of use for us here today.
It's going to not be bow locked. That's always a fun start, knowing that you can proceed further. And I think either way, you clear as much as you can here in Palace of Darkness. Hope for maybe some extra checks. Maybe something a little beneficial. But we are not going to be bow locked, at least so far.
A key layout in Pod, I believe there is at least one small key on the Bullock side, so we're not. That's not going to stop these runners, though.
I'll say, did Aridin skip right side?
I believe he did, yeah.
And it looks like Dapper's going to do the same, also not going for the Mimic Clip. And now we were both at 4 hearts. Congratulations, runners.
Yeah, with that item there in the Harmless Hellway there, that converts that there is at least one small key on the right side.
I think we did have 2 keys in the back, so yeah. Aridin got to be a little bit careful here, down to a heart. And this last corner here at the bottom is always a danger. Does sneak around though, nicely done. And just another piece of heart.
So yeah, nothing really going on in Pod right now, so.
Yep, we know what the game wanted. It wanted you to do Skull and Ice Palace, that fire rod being our big hint, along with the flippers.
Bam. I think he's taking the hint there. Go ahead and see what they got in Ice Palace. Do you make the play to beat Ice Palace, though, if you're Aridin?
Tough call. I don't know if, like... I can't imagine we're gonna see... I mean, the thing is that in this mode, Cold Stare's never Samaria locked. You know, we talk so much about Samaria locked ice, because of the fact that there is an item on Cold Stare, there can't be a small key, and thus it can't be Samaria locked. On the front of big chest and boss are bow locked. Well, the boss is definitely bow locked. The big chest is kind of in a gray area. We could get the we could get a bow out of that. Still, like the first bow could logically be in the big chest in this mode. Okay, and Aridin is going to go for the bomb jump. This is, you know, we keep talking about these really strong, like, confident plays. Unfortunately, this is the risk, is like down to a heart. This is going to be a lot of Oko in Ice Palace for Aridin.
I see him kind of searching for some hearts there. Thankfully, that hook shot does get rid of these Renegades pretty quickly.
Yeah, I mean, Captain, how do you feel about the idea of Oko Cold Stare coming up for Aridin?
Me personally, no thank you. Dapper Wormman's in Skullwood's out. Could get the hammer at least. And
hopefully he does not bail here and goes after Moth.
Yeah.
But that tells me we had to save and quit.
Yep.
Hoping for some better equipment. Unfortunately, that means he's going to be late to his hook shot. After Aridin really gave quite the fight.
You don't have a glove. You don't. You don't have the glove yet. Yeah. He's like, he'll be back for it. Okay, so
it's
the glove
easy mistake to make in this one.
Yeah, the glove must be at the big chest. And that's why you get the Ice Palace big key early. Or it could be here too, I guess.
Yeah, and Aridin not pleased here. This routing of Ice Palace has been an adventure.
Yeah. Yeah, you just gotta go the long way around, unfortunately. But it's gonna be fine. But does he not realize he has the big key?
Maybe. This could be a frustration factor leading to some minor misroutes.
Yeah. Okay, well...
Aridin, you still don't have a glove. And Aridin does have the big key to ice, so...
He does.
Yeah, just checking his own personal tracker. He does have it. But if he is not remembering the fact that he's got the big key, and that's where our glove was, and I think at this point it has to be there, like if he saves and quits out of Ice-T room, this could be a problem.
I believe we saw Ice Tea Room on Dapper Worm side for a second. I believe this was the compass, so.
I believe you are correct, Captain.
Okay, he's trying to figure out what's going on.
Part of the issue here is the fact that he he knows this is his last logical thing. He's like, I've done everything else in the seed. What am I missing?
Mm-hmm.
So it seems he's remembering that he's got the ability to do this. Yeah, as pointed out in chat, Dapper finding a temperate sword, so I have to imagine he's feeling pretty good for that potential return.
All right. There we go. Now he has the glove. Okay, looks like he wants to go.
And we got boots.
We got boots.
I think the magic's gone here, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is...
Plus, he did not get the 2 hammer glove lock checks as well, so.
Yeah, this is unfortunate for Aridin. Really missed opportunity. Not that, like, these things don't happen, but this is a frustration for Aridin here. Like, this, no two ways about it. This is... that hurts. But it does appear that Aridin is heading over to the catfish and will have that moon pearl momentarily.
Yeah, I think this is the only glove lock check that said logic. So yeah, this makes sense.
Yeah, I think the worry would have been if we had seen the lamp. And for all we know, lamp's on right side of ice. So Aridin now with Light World access with that glove and pearl, so... Once again, Aridin getting that nice little advantage of the hook shot early. Although I'm very curious what Aridin's play is here. Oh, okay. I was like, oh, I did not think about the fact that, yeah, this would be a potentially quicker way into Light World. Very nice. Looks like Dapper is in the back of Escape right now. Dropped down, got the small key, and is hitting up Dark Cross. We can see from Dapper's side of the tracker, Flopeel filling in that it looks like Desert Palace is a pendant, so we might not even need book for this seed.
We did pick up a big key there in the mushroom spot, though. I believe that was Turtle Rock big key.
Yep, so we definitely need that one. And Dapper taking that Death Warp to head back to, gonna climb out of Escape. So yeah, as long as Dapper does not end up, find himself in Swamp Palace or potentially even the mountain, like he's in good shape. And there's our lamp.
Lamp and Sanctuary, huh? Looks like just a heart piece there on Lumberjack Ledge, so probably not gonna have to worry about Aga today.
I mean, if you can tell me a situation you're still worried about Aga, I will have questions.
Dapper's in Kakariko now. No good way to route in Light World after you get Light World access because there's so many checks. There's some blue mail.
Yeah, that's the thing. Really, in this mode, it's pretty much you're gonna have to do probably a full Light World loop. There's not many ways around that.
At least you got boots to run around everywhere. Also, note Dapper's up to like 8 hearts already now. Must have found a lot of health that we missed.
Yeah, he is much better equipped for this moth fight with that tempered sword as well. I hope we see him return there very shortly. And we got the Hera Big Key out of the back of Escape, it turns out. And Aridin is not going to go do Dark Cross here. And also, Dapper didn't actually go into Lost Woods.
Big key to desert, that's not something you want to see in this. Probably not going to matter too much if we don't find the book, but if we find the book, that's pretty much a full clearable desert at this point. You look at the Kakariko checks in full motion video this time. There's a couple of the hard containers that we haven't seen yet, and the blue mail. And there's our ice rod on the race game. Okay.
Definitely a worthwhile find there. We know that is going to be required.
And apparently, and Blake, if we miss it, Dapper's got a mirror too. So, there was the mirror in the well, and Quake, and a piece of heart. Yeah, shout out to Flipio for keeping this tracker up to date.
I gotta say, this could be really nice routing for Dapper. At this moment, like, head back into Lost Woods and go take care of the moth. Like, there's your TR Big, and there's also your moth kill, back to back. Like, there's your routing decision. Hopefully he's not thinking, like, full purple chest here. And now you got half magic. Like, please, Dapper, go to Skull.
It's screaming at you, go to Skull Woods, please.
And I have seen at least a couple of members of the Amish Paradise contingent, and I gotta think they're saying the same thing right now. And it does look like Dapper's, you know, at least the Dapper of 10 minutes ago knew what I was going to be saying and said, this is the right play. And we may give a switch back over to Dapper soon on the audio side of things. It does appear that his video has started to smooth out quite a bit. Not perfect, but it's a lot better than it was.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of partial to the Link to the Brass that he's using. It's a really great MSU.
If there is the mirror again, yes, he is going back to Skullwood, so not going to miss out on that hook shot for too much longer. That's good.
Yeah, no real advantage gained by Aridin in this one. Unfortunately, the routing mishaps on Aridin's side for Ice Palace really kind of squandered a massive advantage he had. You know, that's like, I'm sure he's kicking himself over that one, unfortunately, and I don't blame him. It's just, you know, kind of have to keep going now.
Much easier moth kill there on Dapper Wormman side. You gotta get that hook shot. Get his first crystal as well.
And I'm not sure where Dapper's going to take us. This could be Death Mountain. But honestly, like, you've got all the options. Like, I don't think we want to touch Swamp Palace. You can beat it, but I mean, it's, you know, it's a pendant.
It is what it looks like he is thinking, though. At least go up the mountain. Okay. You got the big key to swamp in K45 there.
Yeah, that's one of the few checks that Dapper did not do in Light World. He got that Ice Rod and was really looking to go Smith Chain into Skull. So Aridin could make the call to go into Swamp Palace here. But more likely, I gotta assume we're gonna see a play towards Mini Moldorm Cave. And eventually those boots.
Hopefully. Okay, that purple chest, though. That's that could be something good.
Yeah. I mean, a red cane is a really good find, and I don't know when Dapper goes back for that one.
He's already done the Smith turn in, but he still now he has to go back to the purple chest, and that's pretty orphaned for him, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, the big issue is you've got anything down towards purple chest is also locked by the fact that, hey, swamp and desert are both pendants.
Mm-hmm.
Like, those are two areas I'm not really tempted to go to. I think best case scenario, you get maybe an urge to go check out the Mire area, but even then, like, are you going to want to go to Mire without Samaria?
And we see two shields there in and on Spec Rock, so okay, so ran into Mire area here, gonna give us a Mire Shed check. Dapper up on Dark Death Mountain.
Unfortunately, Aridin pushing that block into the front of the chest, so gonna have to come back in.
I think we found every 300 pack in the seed so far.
Yeah, money's been free. Yeah, no real value out of Hookshot Cave today. Or Super Bunny.
Gonna restock on some bombs there for the Witch Crab. That's pretty nice to see.
Yeah, really smart play.
Okay, I didn't know this either, but Dapper Warman's got mitts. I didn't
Yeah, I
see
was about
that.
to say I was like, what's with this route into onto Death Mountain? I was like, don't you want to go south and do the light Death Mountain? No, I guess when you got mitts, it's okay.
At least he's Red is not taking the swamp bait here. Gonna go over the mini Molong game. Gonna get those roots at least. So
And nice bomb Harapot there from Dapper.
still looking for items. That said guaranteed item in the basement now.
Yeah. Not a great feeling knowing that there's an item there. Very strong Moldorm kill, though, for Dapper.
It's Bombo's medallion for trouble though too. Apparently, according to our tracker, though, Bombo's not needed for Meyer or TR. So we got Ether for Meyer and Quake for TR. And TR medallion might not even matter.
Yeah, one of the great joys of Inverted is the ability to do the dungeon really without opening the front door ever.
Dapper decided to not take any chances. They're going to go ahead and do the basement in Hera.
I mean, Inverted Hera basement is terrible. Usually when we talk about like Hera in an open seed, you can at least mirror there and you don't feel too bad. Inverted Hera, you gotta take the long way, and it is just, it's ugly.
I think you're right. Let's get some revenge on Ice Palace here as well. Just 20 rupees, so.
About as easy as of time as it's gonna get for Aridin to do this dungeon.
Yeah, he's got that cane now, so he's gonna be able to do the icebreaker and get those 2 checks on the right side that he missed earlier. Mirroring into the rock here for Dapper Worm Man.
There is full red mail. We're of course getting now Paradox Cave on Dapper's side. See if we can get anything pretty good here. We did get a heart piece out of the vanilla big key chest of Ice Palace. And yep, there's our last small key, so... And there's the bow.
Yeah, I think it. Oh, there's the book though too. So yeah, along with Hera, Ether Tablet, one of those checks that you don't really want to climb back up here for. So I think he's gonna go check this right now.
Yep. And yeah, I mean, a chat saying that book could send him to Purple Chest and Desert. I don't disagree.
Mm-hmm.
We will see if it's enough of an incentive. But down goes Cold Stare for Aridin for his second crystal. This time, the blue cane off of Cold Stare.
And one more check into the rock for Dapper Worm Man is don't have the cane, can't do a lot of checks in here, but we can.
It's
certainly
surprising how much you can do, honestly. 2/3 of the checks are actually available without cane. Now, whether or not they are logically available based on keys is another story. But you can get the 4 checks on Laser Bridge. We got the big chest. We can get the roller. We can get the vanilla big key chest, and we can get chomps. It's only the front and Trinex that are really locked by a Cane of Samaria here. Yeah, I mean, the danger here for Dapper is the fact that he is going to have... Like, he's doing everything he can up here, but unfortunately, Aridin's going to be able to get the full clear of the mountain first trip, if he's thorough.
Mm.
Oh. And unfortunately, did not get the block push. And unfortunately, we didn't get to see that chest.
That was a mystery item. Yep.
Love those mystery items.
Realistically, what are we looking for here? Just big keys, huh? I think that's about it.
Yeah. Well, and an ether medallion.
Right. Yeah, as far as items goes, that's really all we need is that ether medallion. Then we need like pod big key. Eastern Palace Big Key, and Minor Big Key. I guess Thieves Town Big Key too. Oh, that's a lot of big keys. We still need. All right.
Steve's Town a green pendant though, actually.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah, you're right.
And unfortunately, it looks like Dapper's play here might be
Nope.
just straight into the desert area or swamp. So gonna miss that red cane for a little bit longer.
And we found the Ether Medallion here in the first chest in Escape. And Bobo's tablet check here, and it's just a piece of heart. See if Dapper wants to maybe go into Desert Palace here as well.
Hard sell, but you do have the big keys, so you can get all 3 items. A really good find for Dapper could be the flute, honestly. Makes it a lot easier to get that turn-in of purple chest with the myths.
Okay, the really only mid-slot location in Inverted Keen's Tomb here. It's just 20 rupees though.
I think the surprise here is if I was Eridan, I'd be on the mountain already. Like, I am shocked that we're going this way right now. I can get being thorough. It's just at this point, like, you probably can beat all of Death Mountain. Like, this is a single dippable mountain for Eridan.
Mm-hmm.
Besides missing Book, and like, I'd almost be saying I don't care about Book.
Yeah. So far, the book has not really produced anything useful, so yeah.
Yeah, I think the best thing it could tell us is if there's something on the ped, and I don't see either of them going for ped. No way am I checking that.
Into the Sahas out here on Eridan's side, you got a Red Boomerang. There's a big key to Easter. Well, so about that.
Unfortunately, Eridan without the bow. And gonna dip Eastern. Like, I get the fact that you feel pretty good about having an Eastern big, but the mountain, it's 2 crystals on the mountain that you can, like, there's no way you cannot get both crystals right now.
Yeah.
Like, with mirroring in Turtle Rock, there is no way you can't beat Turtle Rock here. And instead, this Eastern dip, like, if there's a bow in here, I will withdraw every complaint I've got. But right now, like, my thought is this isn't the call you want to make.
Hold the second item on the front there, and desert. We got a mushroom. So
we had the powder show up on Eridan's side. Yeah, Eridan needs the second bow to be here.
yeah.
And desert not paying out.
Yeah, unless that mushroom turns into be something useful. Yeah, desert was not good. Big key to Mire and the big key chest of Eastern Palace, so still a problem with that. We still need that cape for Eridan has the cape, so that's a full clear of Mire for Eridan.
Wait, did you say Cape or Cane?
I don't know.
Okay.
Alright, so alright. Finally, Eridan's going up the mountain now.
Meanwhile, Dapper's going to turn in his mushroom. He needs to hit the front of Escape, by the way, just for that Ether Medallion. That is for sure. We'll see what brings him there later. Could consider maybe doing an East, a Hyrule Castle into Eastern play. Seems pretty reasonable. And yeah, I mean, if Pod Big Key is on the mountain, Eridan is in amazing shape right now.
Yeah.
Well, whatever was there was not worth anything, because that is definitely a save scum of a mushroom.
And let's see. Oh, I think he saved it reset a little early there. He's going to turn it back in.
Oh, no. Dapper.
Yeah, just finger on the reset button there a little early there, I think. Yeah. Alright. Mushroom turn it. What do we got? It's just a hard hit. Now you can reset.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I'm sure both runners are kind of kicking themselves, because we've definitely had some of those thoughts for Eridan, and now we're kind of seeing the same from Dapper.
See where Dapper wants to go next.
This might be Swamp Palace.
Oh, he's got the mirror out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not.
Maybe thinking purple chest here? K45, okay.
You get that TR Big Key at least.
We no, this is
Or Swamp Big Key.
yeah, this makes him Swamp look even better. Oh no.
And there he goes. Beeline toward the Swamp Palace now. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I mean, it could be good if there's something a Bicky in here, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if Pod Big's in here, it could be what sends him to Eastern. Eastern Big Key was in Sahasrah's closet.
Yeah, pretty much on the doorstep of Eastern, so, but, yeah, so, in the Hera, now, gonna clear out these 2 crystal dungeons up here first, obviously, before doing anything else, because really don't want to come back up here if you don't have to. There's our first bottle!
That could send Dapper back. We're trying. We're really trying here, chat. We're like, something's got to send Dapper back to Kakariko to get Purple Chest in VOO to bring it to Gary, and the bottle could be it. Down goes Moldorm for Aridin. That'll be a 3rd crystal to take the crystal advantage here.
And special hello to everyone for the SpeedGaming Rangers, 140 people. Welcome to, I assume you had another race over there. This is Link to the Past Randomizer Open League, round 2 between Dapper Wormman of Amish Paradise and Reddit of Taunt the Frog. Game 1 of round 2 here. We're playing Ambrosia Seed, and we are looking for big keys right now, pretty much. So, Purple Chest is the Kata Samaria right now, and Dapper Wormman has rescued the Smith, but did not turn Purple Chest in at the time, so I need him to get back over there sometime, and we'll see. And yeah, but see, Reddit is going to make the correct play here. Just, you have Tridex access, just go be Tridex right now, then you get take it out to the front of TR, and you can just clear TR from that direction. Left side swap, giving us a shovel.
Oh my, these are some finds, folks.
And yeah, shovel might bring it back to Purple Chest.
Everything is a road to Purple Chest. All we need now is Flute.
That's the other bow on Trinex.
Well, both of our runners will finish with silvers. Oh no, Aridin did not have a bow first trip into Eastern. There's
Oh,
a big
there's
key too, thieves. Oh,
that could also lead him to the purple chest.
thank you, Captain. Yeah, unfortunately for both runners, there's been some mishaps of the route. We definitely were surprised by Aridin's choice to go into Eastern after getting the Eastern Big Key instead of going for the fully clearable mountain. But these are the last few checks for Aridin on Death Mountain that we had not seen on Dapper's side. So if Pod Big's here, then pretty much that'll seal this race in many ways. But we still need to find this Pod Big.
Hey, Argus down there. There's the flute. Yep. Well,
This is what brings Dapper back to Vu. The purple chest. This is it. The problem now is, when does Dapper get to the front of Hyrule Castle? Because unfortunately, front of Hyrule Castle is our Ether Medallion.
okay, he is beelining it toward Kakariko now. I'm gonna check that shovel first. Okay, so left side swap not paying out today. The sick kid has just $20 today, so bottle's not gonna matter as much. Just for safety.
Yeah, unfortunately, Purple Chest being left all by itself is one of those checks that really is going to fall to the side for Dapper for a while. So this is the opportunity for him to get it.
We're in the dark world. We are going to deep town.
This is the all dungeons for Dapper at this point.
Hey, Peg could have one of our big keys. Could have the pod big key.
Yeah.
I mean, that's about all it could have at this point, so.
And that's definitely a check that, like, I would say Aridin is less likely to make. He's got dungeons to beat. Like, for Aridin at this point, you know, after getting that bow, is probably thinking, go back to Eastern. I've got Meyer. Like, these are choices that are available to him that are just not there for Dapper.
Mm-hmm. Right, and finishing up his mountain checks here. Could be headed over to Spike Cave, possibly here.
Unfortunately, like, it's just the Death Mountain checks. You climb and go down and climb and go down a lot of times. And down goes Blind for that final pendant. I will say that the other thing that does for Dapper is gives a reason to go to Eastern area for that turn-in. So there's all these things that are pulling Dapper in different directions. The question is, which one does he actually take?
Mm-hmm.
Looks like we are going to get the blind ped pull, or check. Aridin is going to skip Spike Cave for now.
I mean, Spike Cave being one of those checks that, well, I guess it was nothing. Alright. Spike Cave being one of the freer checks in inverted, because all you had to do is save a quit to the mountain and you're basically right there. So, not a huge deal.
Although he's fluting to 3. This could be purple chest. Is he doing the thing?
Looks like he could be doing the thing. And that should... Let's see, where does he want to go next, though?
Ice and/or Eastern.
Yeah, it looks like Ice Palace. And first look at the mire here on the right hand side. The mire big key was in the big key chest of Eastern. So, yeah, we're just looking for that pod big key here. That's all we need. Yes, all logic, all those could have the pod big key. You're correct, chat. You win. Congratulations.
Yeah, I mean, for Dapper at this point, I see a play from here over to Eastern for the Saha check, and then that just sends him into Eastern Palace, and probably a check of pod right side. Like, there's a very simple route here. The biggest problem is what sends Dapper into Hyrule Castle. Like, I feel like that's a last location for him at this point.
Yeah.
So crystal number 3 for Dapper. Meanwhile, Aridin is about to get crystal number 5. You look at the dungeon, you're thinking Dapper's in good shape, but unfortunately, pendants are not required to finish this. And really have not paid out. That flute is nice, just not a requirement.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here comes the Vidi fight.
There goes the Vidi fight.
Yep. And it's just a piece of heart.
All right. And Dapper is going to go ahead and clear out Turtle Rock here now.
We'll see what Aridin decides to do next. At this point, gonna walk out of Mire. I'm not sure what the play is.
Desert? Desert. No.
Goodbye, Desert.
I
don't think this is the quickest way back to Eastern. Is this gonna be Swamp?
it is 7 items in this mode.
I am kind of surprised by the Swamp play. This is a road for Dapper right now. Dapper is going to probably full clear the seed at this point. That Ether Medallion is not his friend, but what we do know is that the Ether Medallion is, or the Pyramid Fairy is dead at this point. I mean, worst case, if Dapper finds Pod Big, it would be probably Pyramid Fairy into Front of Escape. And yeah, I'm with Flippy on this one, our tracker. I am definitely in agreement that, like, I feel like you have to push your crystals still. I don't think we've seen Magic Bat, actually, have we?
We have not, no.
Dapper gets that kill on Trinex and is gonna hightail it out of here. Looks like. Has the flute at the ready.
Hey, you got to go back in for the 3 checks you haven't done yet. Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, I would say with the time spent in Pendant Dungeons for Dapper, definitely probably feels behind here. Not as bad as it would appear, or like as he probably feels. Like, this is very close still. But given what's left, Aridin, if Aridin has went to Eastern Pod first, like, I feel like he'd be in really probably definitely ahead here, and instead this feels closer, surprisingly so.
Okay. Now we're going to Eastern.
Okay, if the pod big is on Armos or on right side pod, I think that's a bad situation for Dapper. The pod big here on Saha could be a really good situation for him. Because it would mean that Eridan has to do Thieves.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
there it is.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
You did it. Unfortunately, that's not even go for Dapper Wormman. He still has to do the front of escape to get that ether medallion. So, yeah. So Thieves Town is required. Great.
Well, and for Eridan, I guess the play becomes you take out, you finish up here in Swamp. You're going to get the Flute, so you're going to do Shovel into probably the Flute activation. Do we see a play into Thieves Town there? Or does activating the Flute just tell you go right over to Eastern now finally because it's so quick to get to?
Powder too. That could. Yeesh. I don't know.
Yes, Dapper does have the Eastern Palace big key. He got it out of Sahashrala's closet. So Dapper is just that Ether Medallion out of escape from Go mode.
Eridan does get that required Thieves Town big key out of Swamp. So it is a good thing that he came into Swamp. Since we know that it's now required.
Yeah, good point. Nice kill there of Argus for the Flute for Eridan.
Dapper does not have the Mystery Mire big key yet. He is about to get it because it's right over here in the Eastern Palace big key chest. Oh, this seed really takes so many directions to get to the right answer.
Yeah. On the plus side, Dapper is going to be able to go mode Misery Mire, completely skipping all the checks that Eridan did.
Mm-hmm.
And Dapper only has to do that first check in Escape. Like, he just has to go to Escape and check the map chest of Escape, and that's his go mode.
Yep. I mean, he is going to do pod right after this, too, but
Yeah.
he's already cleared out most of it. He just has to do the right side and head straight to the boss, so... And the only thing that can burn us with the big keys here is Scopewood's big key. We have not seen that yet. It's the only big key we have. It's there it is. Add bat. never mind. Sorry, I
Well,
fixed it.
no. This is a fine. We believe this has to be the last skull small key to finally put hookshot in logic.
Wow, I mean,
Yeah. But it looks like Eridan's leaving Village of Outcasts, so no check of Thieves Town here. This could be Eastern Palace clear now.
yeah.
Luckily, getting to pod in this mode is not terrible. In Vrosia, pod is a lot better than typical open pod. But both runners kind of, running out of time in terms of the other one's checks. Eridan having to go beat Thieves Town while Dapper just having to go check the front of Escape. I think Dapper's got less, and I think he's got more of a pull to Escape than I would say Eridan does to Thieves right now.
Yeah, after Dapper's done here in pod, I could easily see him do a pyramid play in the front of Escape.
Yep. That's 2 checks at the Pyramid Ferry with, and he'll be right there because, there's not a lot of, there's a really simple way to get to that check. So. In terms of the pod lifting of those pots, just a personal preference at times. Plus, you want to start getting prepped for probably your Samaria put. But here goes the Helma kill. Nicely done.
Crystal number 6 for Dapper Wormman.
And crystal number 6 incoming for Eridan as well. So we'll be tied on the crystal front again.
Yeah. Dapper Wormman in a really good spot here as well. Just has to do that first chest in Escape, while Eridan has to full clear Thieves Town.
And this looks like it's going to be the Pyramid Ferry. If Dapper does not check front of Escape here, this could be a problem. But realistically, I can't imagine Dapper forgets this. He's been very thorough and has been really playing pretty smart on his checks.
Yeah.
Portal's well situated for him. Amazingly situated.
Yeah, very nice. Just such good game knowledge. Oh, he has the flute out, though. He doesn't have the mirror out. Okay, there we go. It scared me for a second. Alright.
And yeah, this is Eridan now in the Thieves Town, so here we go, folks. Eridan's going to have a full clear of Thieves Town to go, but realistically, Dapper, hitting up the uncle spot makes sense here. But here's a race. And here we go. Dapper is about to hit go mode.
Yeah, if you root for Taunt the Frog here, you're hoping that that Ether medallion would be a little bit deeper in Escape, but unfortunately, it's just right here in the map chest.
And with that, 130-30, Dapper Wormman is in go mode. Dapper running out, giving himself a little bit of space. Now he can flute to the mire area. That flute coming in real handy. Dapper almost going muscle memory, pure muscle. Oh, wait. No, Dapper actually, that's really smart. Even if this isn't, like, if that was a muscle memory thinking about going actually into Light World, Dapper left himself spooky action.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Big brain.
Yeah, that's the big brain play here. Gotta love it.
Yeah, no checks needed here in Mire. We already had the big key. You just have to run right to the back.
So the simple way of describing spooky action is what you're doing is you're messing with the game's vertical positional values, and as such, what happens is that that's about as good as I got for you. It causes you to be able to hit switches on different screens. Yeah, we're into the quantum physics levels of explaining this game.
I just like to say it's magic, and I don't know.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
Sorcery, magic. Game programming is really fun and weird at times. But Dapper's going to have at least about a 2 to 3 minute lead here on go mode by the looks of it. As we said, 130-30 was Dapper's go mode. We're already at a 132-40. So 2+ minute lead at least for Dapper.
Okay, yeah, he did get the spooky. Wow, very nice.
Yeah, really cool. Really, all it requires in inverted is to make sure you go below the rock.
Unfortunately for Radin, I think he's gonna do Spike Cape before that green pennant turned in.
Yep, that's the looks of it.
But Dapper Wormman about to get crystal number 7. Jesse, you want to play a game?
I mean, I like playing the game. I just am scared, you know.
Yeah,
There's those 22 locations in GT Basement, and one of them has a big key. The other ones are all worthless.
Well, we found out the other ones, so there's only one key left. So, yeah, go ahead and get your guesses in the chat. Where do you think the big key might be today?
I mean, with how bad the seed's been, can we go with like nice and early? Let's go with like a 2.
That sounds great. Okay.
Dapper, how are you getting to?
That's a good question.
GT? Dapper.
Dapper?
Dapper?
This isn't fast cannon.
Is he? No, he still has a portal here. Oh my gosh!
Wow!
The Giga Brain.
Okay. Wow, that.
I completely forgot
amazing.
He had a portal there still.
Wow. Okay. I can see why they were the number 1 seed in the Open League now with plays like that.
Yeah, Amish definitely having a tough season. This is going to be a tough team to beat. If you're looking at a potential early favorite at this point in the playoffs, do not overlook the Amish Paradise team.
Hey,
You do not get to 14 and 2, or 12 and 2 in the regular season by accident.
Well, we found 30 arrows in the first 3 checks of GT.
I mean, if you're at all worried with silver arrows, you got some options.
Or small key. Number 5 is a small key. Number 6, there's a third bottle. Number 7, yep, 20 rupees. So, continue on to the left side here.
And yes, every team in the second round here of the Open playoffs is just 6 wins away from making a spot into the Invitational League next season. Top 4 teams in Open League get invites into next season's Invitational League. So they are playing for that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not just the pride, it is, that desire to make it into the Invitational.
Right, it takes down Helma, gets their 7th crystal as well.
It's going to be here.
Yep,
There it is.
There it is.
Number 12?
I lost count. I don't. Chat will let us know. What
12.
number was that?
That
12.
is 12.
Okay. All right.
Let's see. We got a 12 in the chat. We got Space Jason with a 12. As well as Harry Dream. Congratulations to both of you on the 12. But yeah, if you ever see a small key for GT in these types of modes in Rando Room, you know you're about to find a big key, so...
I believe it's the same way for Compass Room. I believe. Oh. Alright.
So Dapper into the gauntlet just as Aridin is entering GT. E3 not really cooperating too much with those blue Zyzacs, but still not too bad. Nice G5, and here we go with our Landmo refight. It's 2 of them down in the first cycle, and just gets that 3rd one in cycle 2. Yeah, pretty much identical routes through GT, so no advantage gained by either runner.
And Dapper takes out Moldorm 2. Just one more big boss fight here in GT, then onto the Ganon fight itself.
Nice double there on that first pattern. Ooh, this pattern's not real pretty. Does get one shot, but unfortunately those... Having Aga flanked by his 2 copies there is just never an easy shot. Another single. And yeah, there we go. A 2-1-1-2 for the 4 cycle.
Ganon, you crashed into Hyrule Castle. What are you doing?
You would think that would be like... There's got to be like a chamber between the castle and the main floor that we were in when we entered. You know, the architecture here is very interesting for this castle now.
Yeah, it's gonna break out the game. Make sure to get that 1-in-1.
Yeah, that can, you know, you want to hit that 1-on-1 and really nicely done to get it. Plenty of magic still as well to finish this fight out. We're going with the spins on these. Don't really do anything special. Always a personal touch.
Ganon doesn't want to... Oh, just gets 1 arrow there. Does take a hit, but sets him out nicely for a double there. And one final...
Yep, there's the 4th silver arrow, and that is going to seal this game for Amish Paradise to give them a 1-0 series lead. Get your GGs in chat for Dapper Wormman, as he finishes with a 143-24.
Yeah, GG's. Very well played match by Dapper Wormman there.
Meanwhile, Aridin is going to finish this one out. As we are now joined by Dapper Wormman. Hello, sir. GG.
GG.
Oh, thank you. Sorry for all the bad internet streaming at the beginning. On my OBS, and maybe I saw it picking up a little bit better. Like,
we were enjoying the power play presentation. What do you mean?
Sorry, I'm so sorry. I don't know. It hasn't happened to me in a long time. I had a bad internet or something.
Yeah, we had to switch away a bit for Link to the Brass, but we're able to switch back to it once we started to see everything kind of smooth out. So, you know, it was still awesome to hear.
Cool.
Meanwhile, Aridin also going with I think that was a 2-2-0-2 for his Agatu fight. About to head into the Ganon fight to finish this one out. So, I guess, you know, early thoughts though on this seed.
I have I was just kind of rushing pendants there, thinking, I got the book. There was nothing on the tablets. I got to rush Swamp now because I have everything to full clear it. And why is nothing showing up? Why is nothing showing up? I guess I have to bank on something on Ped or something in Thieves Town. That's the other pendant. And that pod big key was something pretty big. I guess I was definitely looking for something big like that to show up.
Yeah, you hit those pendants a lot sooner, and then Aridin kind of, just all the crystals, had the crystal lead for quite a while, got the hook shot a lot sooner, did purple chest a lot sooner, had ether medallion quite a bit earlier, but that pod big key really kind of spelled the difference on this one.
Yeah, when I finally found the red cane, I was like, there was a way to get this a lot earlier. You could have single dipped the mountain and done all of Turtle Rock in one go, and I had to go back for that, which felt bad. But at least it was a quick trip to finish that up.
Yeah, I mean, you had the flute a lot earlier. I'd say you had a boots advantage of a good 10-20 minutes.
Yeah, easily.
So, like, the advantages you got of your flute and boots definitely helped, in the fact that even though you were losing time to the dungeon clears, you were still able to maintain other advantages.
Nice. Oh, a GG there for Aridin.
Yep.
Yeah,
Everybody get some GGs in chat for Aridin as he's about to cross the bridge as well and finish this one. Finishing with a time of 1:47 flat. And that's going to do it.
Yeah, it was a very interesting scene at the beginning where you got your fire rod, you got your early flippers. You're thinking, okay, there's probably something in Ice Palace, but then there could also be something in Skull Woods. And then I think you went into Ice Palace first. You got your glove early, then you went into Skull Woods, or was it the other way around?
Yeah, I got flippers and the big key to ice and the fire rod. I was like, I've seen this before in Ambrosia. I'm gonna go rush that, and then it also gets you into pod if the key layout worked out. And I was pretty sure it was key locked. I didn't check like the vanilla big key just so I didn't get locked out of the back, and hoping to find something big back there.
Vanilla big key was also a small key, so the back was open.
Yeah, and then I was like, well, I know my progression's in the back, whether it's it's in Skullwood somewhere, whether it's on Moth or somewhere else, and just kind of went there and said, I'm going to come back and fight Moth later with more equipment. So that was my Dark World access or Light World access.
Yeah, right.
Went in there with the 3-heart Moth and absolutely rocked the fight.
Nice.
Yeah, it had that hook shot early, but really didn't lead to anything early in the game. So, but yeah, had to get that hammer out of Skull Woods. You had to get that glove out of Ice Palace Big Chest. So, both routes were correct. You just had to do both of them at some point.
Yeah, exactly.
It was just so many diverse paths that you had to take. You had to go do this and it didn't feel like any good route was the correct route in this.
That's how I felt. I didn't do it, and then someone could have made the perfect route you heard, but it was kind of messy with that pod big being on Green Pendant.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Dapper Flip had a question. What happened with your mushroom?
Oh man, I felt so bad. Okay, so I went over there to turn the mushroom in, obviously, and because I didn't have powder, I was going to save scum it, right? Like do a hard reset.
Yep.
And I have my fingers resting on the buttons to hard reset, and just before the magic shop shows me what's there, it reset. Like I reset it. I think my hands were shaking too much or something. I was like, all right, what's this going to be? And then I was like, I have to go back. I have to go back and see what it was. So right. a double save scum.
Yep. And then you never did the powder from that. You never did fake powder, so.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the cane was on the purple chest, so there was really no good route to go back to for the powder.
But we are also now joined by Aridin GG.
GG.
Hey, GG.
Yeah, we were talking to Dapper about the seed, but what are your own thoughts on this one?
I felt really good early on. I felt like I was probably ahead for most of the seed, but that ended up, kind of being my downfall. I just shouldn't have skipped the swamp for as long as I did, and
honestly,
Dapper must have had a really sorry.
Honestly, the 6 crystals you had or the 5 crystals you had early all made sense. I think a lot of us would have gotten caught in the same trap.
I'd have to go back and look at it. Yeah, maybe so. But I still felt like I had a good opening. Getting that hook shot early, beating Moth right off the bat felt good. And Dapper must have just been playing a really good game on the other side too. I thought my opening would have been enough of a lead that I could absorb getting a little unlucky at the end, but obviously not.
Yeah, we were saying to Dapper, like, the fact that he got Flute so much earlier was a big benefit. Unfortunately, him missing Cane of Samaria for so long off a purple chest is what forced him into the early swamp dip, or the early swamp play. And then also the fact that Dapper's route in Light World had him start at Mini Moldorm Cave and thus get the boots quite a bit sooner. Like, those were kind of the two big differences to keep it close in that regard.
I definitely messed around in Ice Palace for a little while too. I didn't understand that I guess I didn't realize I'd gotten the big key, and so I thought I had done all the checks. And first of all, I was routing out of my comfort zone there. I haven't been in there without gloves in a really, really long time, and so I messed up the routing in there, and then I just got stuck. And I had that brief, like, the panic sets in moment, like, oh no, I've done everything on my tracker. What do I do? And then I realized, okay, I've got the big key. I can go do the big chest. And,
yeah, we were worried when it looked like you might have considered saving and quitting. We're like, don't do it.
Oh yeah, I just didn't know where I was gonna go, so I was like, I'm gonna stand here for a second and try to figure it out. But I assume I wasted. It felt like 3 or 4 eternities, but I assume I probably wasted about a minute and a half in Ice Palace.
Yeah, if I had to pinpoint probably the two, like, that's the one. I think the other one would have been the Eastern dive instead of going to the mountain. Like, that's the only other time I was kind of like, maybe not the strongest play, but other than that, you're right. You had a really good, strong run today.
I was questioning the Eastern dive also. The reason I went over there is for Saha's closet.
Of course.
And then I was thinking, if something is in Eastern Palace, I felt like I was in trouble, and I guess I just am always used to not having everything I need on the mountain all at once, but I really did.
Yeah, I think the only thing you were missing was a book, and that just happened to be there.
It was hookshot, mitts, hammer, mirror, both big keys to go up there. It was everything. Like, I definitely should have done that sooner. I may have ended up dipping into EP anyway before going all the way through Thieves Town. I don't know, and the beginning of that seed was thinner than 1996 close to Flockhart. That was nuts.
Oh yeah, that was
That's an analogy.
yeah. But we have to compliment the moth fight there.
Oh yeah, very good.
Oh, thanks. I was happy when I got hook shot out of that. Very happy with that.
Yeah, I was not. I think I had 4 hearts when I was there, but I was just not feeling up to doing that because at that point I had full White World access. But well done to you for getting that.
Yeah, it wasn't enough to win though. Like I said, you must have had a really good game the whole time. So well played.
Well, I said I was going to go back there, and then like Mir, I think was in Kakariko, so it was really convenient just to run up there. And at that point, I think I even had tempered at that point. And
you had tempered like half magic and.
And I wasn't gonna go up the mountain, and then a hook shot dropped, and I was like, I think I have to go up the mountain now, even though I don't have like Red King, because I had Ice Rod, Fire Rod, and Turtle Rock Big. So that was what took me away from going south and doing like the whole purple chest thing. Which when I finally got that, I was like, somebody, Airden probably got this early, like probably did like a more conventional Kakariko to South Shore full White World clear, whereas I kind of skipped, those 3 checks on the way there. So, yeah, I ended up having to double dip the mountain. Sounds like you probably were able to full clear it on your first go, or at least as much as you wanted to.
Yeah, I cleared it all except for Hera Basement and Spike Cave. It wasn't as efficient as it could have been because I have never thought about how to maximally efficiently route.
No one can.
Well, you don't expect the book to show up on the right side.
Yeah. No, but that makes sense that you went up to the mountain when you did, because it was a pretty high chance that you're going to find Kane up there anyway at that point.
Yeah. That was my hope.
Yeah, I think when I ran in the Eastern Palace, hoping to find something, you did find something with the minor big key in Eastern Palace, but both being on the mountain. I mean, when I tried next one in Paradox Cave, it was just you kind of had to make the choice of, if you full clear the mountain, you can get your bows and everything else that you need. But yeah, there's no good route. I'm trying to find the correct route, and
that's inverted for you. There's nothing good about routing, because you'll get punished if you do just one bad thing at any point in the state, or you get lucky. So it's inverted. It's a little bit of a crapshoot sometimes.
Especially with the big key shuffle. I mean, you have to be significantly more thorough with that.
Yeah, but at least it minimizes, ironically, like 3 Heart Moth.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, the location of that Skullwood's big key for the last small is, it just adds on to the hilarity of this one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I didn't even touch it because I had my other 3 items.
Yeah.
But I'd forgotten about that. You're right.
We were like, what's the logic for this Skull big key to get your last small key to put Moth in the hook and logic? Oh, it just so happens you had to get the powder for the Skull big. Thanks, game.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I never got that.
Yep. But yeah, any other thoughts from either of you today?
Nothing for me.
Yeah, thank you so much, everybody on the Restream crew. That was nice of you guys to hop in here. And GG's Airden. Looking forward to a good series here.
Good game, and hopefully we'll be having a rematch next week. We'll see.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if that happens, of course, Taunt the Frog will get the mode choice after, so we'll see how that works out. In terms of action for the rest of today, I can tell you there is actually a match starting, or has started right now, over on SpeedGaming. This is a game 4 between WJPDTB and Bottles on Empty, open hard MC shuffle. It's in the name of DT versus Ninjembro. Right now, WJPDTB is up 2-1, so Ninjembro has to win to force Game 5, which, if it happens, there's going to be a Game 5 tonight in that series, as the final game for that series is scheduled for 10:10 if necessary. So that would be JP and Willard J. Bradley for WJPDTB, with Maniacal and Maximum Barnage going for Bottles on Empty in co-op retrants. So we'll see if that is necessary. So definitely tune into SpeedGaming for that one. In terms of Open League, we don't have any scheduled for restream for the rest of today, but there is a race going on right now, or starting up, between Hitman and W Garrison, with Aga's backup dancers versus the Kabuki Hundo activist department. Kabuki Hundo is up 1-0 after a race just this morning at midnight Eastern. And then 10:10 p.m. tonight, Crystal Roller Crew and Farm Friends kick off their series with the Power Pendant matchup, playing Hard Randomizer, IB Karma versus Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna. So yeah, still 2 more games going on in the Open League as well. But once again, make sure to please follow our runners, Dapper and Eridan, putting on a great show. Big shout outs to Flip Heel. I believe he said this is his first ever time tracking.
Not his last.
Was a champ throughout. Learned a lot. Captain, it has been a pleasure to work with you again.
Absolutely. Always a pleasure to work with you, Jesse. Thank you.
And, you know, Captain, you want to close this one out?
Sure. Yep. Everyone, just, we're probably going to go over the SpeedGaming and watch that matchup next. And we're going to go ahead and send us out. Thank you to our runners and Flip Heel. Jesse, as always, thank you. And we'll see you next time here for League to Pass League Season 5 here on SpeedGaming. Bye-bye.